Man, you'll never be lonely.
Yeah, it is painful to watch. Like, it's that cognitive dissonance feeling like I want to make fun of her and I want to be a little shit about it, but at the same time, you know, there's a lot going on, right? And on the other hand, I mean, don't do that. That's not normal behavior. But at the same time, we need to see your abnormal behavior to potentially help find Summer. I mean, double-edged sword, man. Hi, Linda. Hello. See my members here. That's wonderful. And my mods. Thank you for being here. All right. So we have a few updates, right? Everybody knows that I made that video recently about driving home from NASA Space Center in Houston. And on the way home, I noticed some really, really dark, literally dark area near Leona, Texas. Then I was focusing on it and not thinking anything of it, just thinking, wow, it's really dark, driving right now. My husband and my kiddo was in the truck ahead of me. And anyway, I was just, following behind them, and all of a sudden, usually when spirit, who is a spirit or spirits who are desperate to connect, or there's a negative connotation with them, it makes my stomach hurt, makes my throat dry, it makes me hot and cold, hot and cold. So anyway, I was driving down Leona, Texas, right where the sign is, and this wonderful, beautiful human right here came through. Her name is Tina Louise Bowen. She has been missing since July 14th, 1997, from Conroe, Texas. Now, Conroe, Texas is the city right before Leona, going from Houston to Dallas, okay? And I believe Huntsville is right after that, or Huntsville, and then Fairfield. Anyway, there have been some missing people from Conroe and Leona, Texas, around this, from the 90s on. But anyway, she came through. So the video that I showed, I was messaging my research gurus and my moderators, right? And I was like, is there a woman named Tina who has been missing in this area? And this is what they found, and this is her. So, I wanted to kind of go through some of the information that mostly my mods and researchers have found, because they're wonderful human beings. As of today, she would be 43 years old. All right. She was 18 years old when she was reported missing. Yeah, checking. It's really sad. Oh, by the way, everybody, I'll be on Checking Convictions Live on Thursday at 10. So please go check that out. Subscribe and like to her channel, please. And that'll be a good show. We're going to talk about, a lot of good things on how to help find and get information out for missing persons and justice of those. So, 12-step woman, she shares your exact same birthday. That's crazy. Crazy. Wow. Checking Conviction says that is my granddaughter's birthday. Wow. What those little things, right, that connect us together. You'd be surprised that those things mean something, especially when, it's a collective. It means something. So you're here because you should be here. And thank you for that. And please remember to like or dislike and subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, 43 years old. It's terrible. So she is 5'6" to 5'9", 110 to 130 pounds when she was 18, when she was reported missing. She was wearing a light blue Duke University sweatshirt or jersey, shorts and black Adidas and flip-flops. She is a white male, light brown hair, brown eyes, her ears were pierced. Yeah, the synchronicities. Yes, thank you, True Crime. Suzama, that's her son's birthday as well. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. 10 a.m., Linda. All energy means something. Absolutely. Absolutely. Remember, energy can be created but cannot be destroyed. Got to go somewhere. Yeah, there are so many connections. It's really crazy. So thank you for being here. You're meant to be here. So this was, her pictures from 1997, right? She dyed her hair blonde, at one point. But I believe that her hair was this color right here when she disappeared. So here's the details. Now there are more details than what this is saying. This is kind of important because it's going to take us down a rabbit hole. My poor mods, they have been, once I contacted them and said, hey, can you help me research this? It's just been downhill ever since. And so this is going to be a very interesting case because there are also other connections that I got from a person named Daryl who went missing exactly on the day, I believe 5 years later in 1992. So again, this is going to go this way, that way, forward, backwards. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 p.m. Sorry, I'm so sorry, everybody. It's going to be Thursday at 2 p.m. I apologize. With the checking convictions live. So, sorry about that. Yeah, so the same exact missing date except for 5 years before her, a man named Daryl and another man went missing. And the way that he went missing, it's very nefarious. We could go ahead and assume that these two people were murdered, or at least Daryl was. I'm not really sure about the other one. I need to get back on that, actually, so let me retract that. I just know that Daryl is missing. So, anyway, so if you have any information, obviously, and you're watching this, please call the Conroe Police Department. I am giving them a call today. I haven't had a chance to contact them, but I need to. I want to ask them some questions about the case and what they know, what they need, and all that stuff. Maybe they can give me something that, very rarely, but sometimes they can give you something that maybe not, will be out there to the public yet. And I might even try to call the sister or the mother. I'm not sure yet. I try to tread carefully. I try to tread so carefully on family members, right? Obviously, we know what it can do. Cause chaos, right? So I'll let you know what we're going to do on that. Let me check the chat. Read Hangry Mama. November 17th is my mother's birthday. Get out of town. Get out of town. Everybody almost in this chat has connections to November 17th. This is bananas. This is important then. This is super important. So November 17th. Got a lot of Scorpios. You know what that means, right? Things were popping on Valentine's Day or around Valentine's Day. That's why they call them Valentine's Day babies, because 9 months after. Whew. Sorry, I didn't mean to go that way, but my husband's a Scorpio, so. Question, is the case still cold or has it been made fluid again? So, in 2020, there was an uptick in trying to get justice for them from not only family members and friends, but, web sleuths and things like that. And then it kind of went cold again. And I had no idea who this person was. I've never seen her case before. I have no idea I didn't even know Conroe, Texas existed, to be honest with you. Or Leona, Texas, even though I've passed through it a billion times. I just don't pay attention, I guess. But no, this is a cold case, I see everybody laughing. I'm just saying, Valentine's Day was popping. Yes, checking, please drop your link. Are the ways of missing the same? Kind of. No. But Daryl connected with me later when Tina was connecting, and they were giving me information about the area in Leona. All right. When I tell you it was dark, y'all, it was dark. Dark, dark. Barely could see it, which to me, I'm not looking at it from like an evil, dark place. I'm looking at it from it is really hard to see. Really, really hard to see at night, even with your headlights blaring, because it's so kind of backed off from the road enough. And there's so much forestry back there that it actually would be an ideal place for someone to hide something or someone. And so, that's kind of my point is maybe that they need to check that area, but they don't go by mediums, right? They go by facts and evidence and information. Hi, Mallory. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you for joining. We're talking about missing Tina Louise Bowen, and here's the details of the disappearance, okay? Bowen was last seen asleep inside her residence in the 500 block of Silverdale in southeast Conroe, Texas on July 14th, 1997. Does anybody have any July 14th connections? Speak now. I'm sure somebody does. She spoke to her boyfriend in the early morning hours, and then she and her mother spoke at 3:30 or 4 a.m. before her mother went to sleep. All right, so her mother had talked to her around 3:30 or 4 o'clock. So that's kind of important because she saw her, after Tina spoke to her boyfriend, okay? So one of the questions is why did the boyfriend come over so late? Was there an issue? Was there, did she act strange? Right? What was going on with the boyfriend? Was there arguments, or were they just being lovebirds? How old is he, for him to be coming over at 3 in the morning or whenever he did? My dad, July 16th. That's close. All right. So her mother checked on her at 9 a.m. and she was gone. She had never been heard from again. Authorities believe that Bowen left the house voluntarily that night with the intention of returning soon. So maybe she went out to go, rectify a situation. Maybe she went out to just say, hey, I'm bored. You know how, 18, but I was 15, 16. I was doing some shit, okay? Like sneaking out my window, trying to go meet my friends or a boyfriend down the way. So, it's not unheard of, right? Especially in these small towns when there's nothing to do, right? So maybe she was just trying to go see him again. I don't know. Maybe there was an argument. I feel like there was an issue. So what I got whenever she came through was jealousy and control. All right? That's what I got. Jealousy, control, and a little bit of manipulation, right? So they think that she left voluntarily that night with the intention of returning. Her friends had a habit of coming to her home at night and waking her by tapping on the bedroom window, and police think someone came to her window and she went outside to meet them. She left behind all of her belongings, including her clothing and her purse. All right. So typically her friends would go and tap on the window and say, hey, honey, come and talk, right? Hey, da-da-da-da. And back then in the 90s, that was not unheard of. My sister did that shit all the time. And she's a 90s girl. My brother, same thing. So, this is something that they did before cell phones were big and the internet was huge, right? So it wasn't unheard of. That was typical, especially in my town in Texas. It's just, we didn't worry about shit like that back then. And school was out for him, yeah. Yep. They must have done follow-up on the questionable boyfriend. Yeah. We're going to get to that. It gets rabbit holes, guys, rabbit holes. You know how we love them. Yeah, nobody leaves their purse unless, they're their intent is to come right back inside. So here's one or two things that I'm thinking of. Maybe the boyfriend came back and was enraged and took her. Wouldn't people hear something, right? Maybe not. Mom went to bed. It was 3, 4 in the morning. She was tired. So the first thing is what I'm going to say is the boyfriend came back to talk and something happened, right? They didn't have Ring cameras back then, right? So we don't know. Her boyfriend was considered a suspect in the case, and he failed a polygraph test. Big red flag, even though polygraph tests are inadmissible in court. They're not reliable. They're not based on, legitimate science. They can't be proven to be true. So, however, failing one is always going to be in the back of your mind when you find out that they have, right? They're always going to be sus, right? Always. And here, I've got a little sticker that you could use. Sus. When we think someone is suspect. Checking says, just thinking he knows something. I read the fail lie detector test and chills on my shoulders and the neck, back and chills. Yeah. So, all right, her boyfriend was considered the suspect, right? Failed the polygraph, but Bowen's family doesn't believe he would have harmed her. Foul play is suspected in her disappearance. Her family does not believe she would have left out of her own accord. All right. Odd. So, the source information comes from Texas Department of Public Safety, the county that she lived in, Montgomery County Crime Stoppers. So, let's just look and see if there's anything else that might be worth a damn. The Houston Chronicle. Somebody's actually calling me, ironically, from Conroe, Texas. That's so strange. Did I call them this morning? Have I lapsed into dementia already? I'll call them back. It's fun to have new toys, right? I know, I love it. I love this sticker. I'm going to add some more, but I need more subscribers. It's stupid. I need 2 more to have 5 more stickers available. It's okay, YouTube, whatever. Oh, that link is gone. Okay, so this is just how to give tips. So if you have tips, if anybody's watching this and they're like, oh, I remember, or whatever, here is a submit a tip hotline at multicountycrimestoppers.org. Let's see if there's there. Nope, that article's gone, and it's going to happen, right? Because it's so old. There's even a MySpace page. Wow, I bet that's gone. Let's see. It's not. Wow. So who's this? She loved Evanescence. And Terry Hill from Corpus Christi. Let's see who this bad boy is. I'm shocked this MySpace is open. I really am. See if she has any photos. Oh my gosh, you guys, you remember the fairies you could create? Remember those? I used to make those all the time and put them on my AOL page. Like the actual dial-in AOL program. Wow, nostalgic. Crazy. Isn't this crazy? No videos, but here's some connections. Wow. I'm going to keep this link. Let me know if it's lagging at all. Sorry if it is. I'm going to 189 connections. So I think they're all missing people. Wow. I'll have to look into this later. You know who. This profile is restricted. Okay, weird. Wow. Who's Terry? See, I mean, it just takes you down that rabbit hole. There's a Facebook page. Let's see what's going on there. I miss those shimmering graphics too. I know. Yeah, me too. So I have requested access to this, but the last time that they accessed it, I believe, is 2012. So this is her best friend, Gabe and Sheila, right here. It's kind of hard to see, but that's their besties, her besties. So I don't know, maybe they know something, or maybe I could reach out to them too. Yeah, it's, pretty bad graphics, right? Because it was from back in the day. But they made a bunch of videos about her. So the sister, I believe, made this. I don't remember what his name was, the boyfriend. But I think maybe that's... No. I'll have to find out. Anyway, the sister says, hello, the photo you see is my little sister. Her name is Tina Louise Bowen from Conroe, Texas. She disappeared in the middle of the night sometime around 3 to 4 from her bedroom. On this date, she had a light blue Duke University, boxer shorts and black flip-flops. My mom last saw her in her room around 2:30. So that's kind of a contradictory statement, right? The thing said 3 or 4, but she's saying 2:30 a.m. Yeah. Sometimes, family members, the ones that I've spoken with, they have to move on and work and take care of their other kids or whatever it may be. Somebody gets sick, so I do understand that you do have to keep moving on, and sometimes it gets more complacent and easier not knowing. It's not like everyone's not the same. Some people will fight until their last dying day, their dying day to find someone, or their last breath. Some have to let it go to continue because the heartbreak is too much, so you have to understand that. Boyfriend is Jared T. Thank you. So Jared T. Got it. Her boyfriend came over to see her, and she was not in her room. Like most teens, her friends would go to her bedroom window and knock on it to hang out with her when it was late. The night that she went missing, I know that some of her friends went to her window that night. So friends actually did come and see her too. Friends did, in fact, see her. All right. She put on her flip-flops, went outside. Because of what she had on, her purse in her room. Her purse was in her room and no notes. She didn't plan on going anywhere for long. Makes sense. She would never leave and not tell her mom and dad. Sadly, her dad, James Bowen, passed away from cancer. His wish was for Tina to come home safely. That's sad. That's awful. She is a sweet, loving, and caring person, and we want her back home. We live with this torture every day and try to fill our lives with hope and prayers. If you are from around Conroe, Texas, Montgomery County, and you have information about the night she went missing, please write to me.
What if we're still doing this when we're 50?
Oh,
Would be nice to have
Mallory,
that kind
thank
of
you
job
for being a
security.
member. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, 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 ooh. Welcome to the evening crew. Beep, beep, boop. Beep, boop. I got to work on that. That's another thing. Got to change those alerts to the spirit box saying something. Thank you so much. Fire. I love the Elmo fire. Like, yes, power. I love that one. Hi, Lucia. Welcome, welcome in. All right. His wish was for Tina to come home. Thank you, everyone. Tina's case is this. Ooh, might be an old case number, but this is actually what I needed anyway. 2849. Please contact the Conroe Police Department, which I will be doing today. Wow. Oh, sweet baby. I'm really sorry for the family having to live with this. I really, I hate it. So she did post some videos that we can look at. I just wanted to see who liked stuff and, commented. Poor things. I feel so bad. You would think her friends would be on here, you know what I mean? Blasting it, but it was 2010 when I think she, added this, so seems like she's kind of looking at, child trafficking. Maybe she thought it was a child trafficking thing. Totally possible. Yes, soon, very soon, I'm going to have automatic emails, guys. I have to build the auto thing. And I'm like, what? What is this and how and who? So I'm on it, though. I'm on it. She was really having a hard time in 2010, apparently, the sister. Poor thing. Damn, I miss my girl. It just isn't the same without her. Let's see who this is. But, I really just wanted to get, lives in Madisonville, Texas, which is very close too. That's where the Buc-ee's is that I stop by every time I go to Houston. So maybe I can reach out to her. Poor baby. All right. So here's the boyfriend. Right? Is that who the boyfriend is? Guidance? I think so. And they had a boa constrictor. So, they were kind of different, though. I think they kind of lived a little bit more freely than, normal, allowing more freedom at a young age. That's just what I think. I don't know. But let me see if I can find Jared, and then we're going to wrap up on that. And then go over some updates, true crime updates. Nope. Nothing. All right. Who are they following? A lot of missing children, yeah. All right. Well, there was some more information that we found that I would like to go over tonight during live. And then I'm going to jump over into a members-only EVP session after we do some research. So you could either go to both if you're a member, or one of them, obviously, to just jump into the EVP session because I'm going to do a wrap-up video, right? So, whatever you want to do. There was a lot of information that we found. And then once we kind of get more information on Tina and the background and what people think, there's been blogs about her. There's a lot of information out there that I found and that my mods found. We're going to jump into Daryl's case too, because there is a connection some way, somehow. Obviously, Conroe, Texas, they're both from there. And then the day that they went missing, but only a few years apart, stands out to me so much. There is something there about that, right? Maybe the boyfriend's connected to someone who harmed someone who, I don't know, but we're going to get there. So tonight, I'm going to go live at 8:30 p.m. to do research. I'm going to keep it to an hour. And how I'm going to make myself accountable for that is it's going to auto end after 5 minutes after that hour. So it's going to be like TikTok, Missy, get your in gear. So it's only going to be for an hour, 8:30 to 9:30. You can jump in anytime you want. Then I'm going to take that time from 9:30 to 10 to meditate, and then jump in from 10 to 11 and do an EVP. For members only, right? Obviously, because as we spoke about, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of focus. And I think that it should be specific to members because of the content, the people that are involved in it, right? The information, right? We don't want everybody's information always blasted out, so I think it would be better to kind of condense those. So welcome new members. You get to actually experience the EVP sessions now separately from the research. However, the EVP sessions will come out later, right? So that everyone can see it. You're not going to be excluded from that content, right? But anyway, let's wrap up that. We need to help find Tina Bowen. I believe that she is out somewhere in Leona, Texas, where I felt that energy. I believe it's such a dark place, and there is a lot of trees and a lot of bushes, and it's hard to get into. It's swampy. It's a good place to hide something or someone. So, oh, Sazama, I understand. Well, girl, you always got the replay, always, always. So, I will have that out. I will always try to at least get it out within, the next day, especially if it's at night. And I will also be doing EVP stuff during the day. So I'm alternating that. So, yeah, checking, thank you. I know a lot of people were disappointed, but it is what it is. This is not easy work, especially with true crime. I could understand if it was just tarot all day and all that stuff, but this is a multi-facet situation. However, I am always open to doing spirit box sessions with other creators or research with other creators on their channels, and always allowing my viewers to see that for free. That is 100% different because that's a collective energy that is different. Anywho, that's what's going on with this case, and I really want to help find her. I really do. There's a connection there. Ever since I got back from EquiSearch, and Tim Miller's daughter, ever since connecting with that area, it's been nonstop young girls connecting with me on those drives to Houston and back. It's not really like Tina was the only one that showed me her, right? Like, here I am. We need to get back there. Find me. There's this, there's that. She was throwing so many things at me. I had to pull over. And literally get sick a little bit, physically get sick to feel better to drive home. It was that bad. It was that intense. So, however, there's been energy like that. For instance, the other day I broke down like a teenager for no reason. No reason at all. Maybe I was tired. Maybe I let that my psyche kind of dwindle a little bit from the stress and anxiety of being a mom and a worker and a content creator now. But I broke down like a child, like a teenager, like a teenage girl who didn't get her way. And so that energy is just like grabbing all of these, young girls who have been, I believe, murdered along this highway. And obviously the killing fields, if you go watch that, there were, 40 of them that were found? So I think there's a lot more. I think there's a ton more. And maybe Mark Stallings has something to do with her disappearance. He was the one that confessed to a lot of murders. So, yeah, being respectful to the family members is utmost importance, yes. All right, guys, so let's get off of this subject here. I wanted to talk about Summer Wells. I've been holding this in for quite some time. I've been very, very skeptical about saying anything, and I still am to this moment. Should I? You know what? I'm not. Sorry for the cliffhanger. I'm going to do a video about it. I think it's time. I think that there is enough research and research to suggest what I feel about Summer. I don't know if I told everyone, but I had her literally come to me one day and say, all right, I'll tell you, because you're hurting. I was hurting for her. She told me this, and I shot up out of the bathtub. That's where I was in, and I was like, what? And I had to, I think, text one of my mods, Heather, and say, I don't know what to do with this. Like, what do you think? And this is what I was told. And she was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. And she was hurting. So I think I'm going to make a video about it. I think it's time. And so watch out for that. Watch out for that. I think it might start some stuff, but it might just launch something else in somebody else's mind to find a tip or find some information I missed to maybe make sense of this case for Summer. We don't know. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I'm sorry for teasing y'all, but something just said, wait. Just collectively push it out there and let other people decide, right? No, Linda, I can't. So I got to do some research first, because if I put stuff out there and people are going to go, you don't know nothing, what research? Show your receipts. I'm trying to prevent drama as much as I can, right? So I got to have the receipts to say, this is why I think what I heard to be true, what I feel to be true about Summer happened, right? So I'm going to do it right. I will. I'll make a video. All right. I know. I'm such a turkey. That's what I call my son when he's acting up. Nothing new on Harmony Montgomery. Ironically, Chrissy has backed away from me and has not responded to me. I don't know if it's because of all the stuff that she's been probably blasted with because of that release about her not, DCYF not getting a call back about Harmony during that time, that first year of missing. So I don't know if that's just because she's trying to protect herself and distance herself. I don't know. I don't. But I have a feeling she's getting a lot of hate right now, so I'm going to just back off. Maybe this is the end of our rope with each other, and that's okay. That's okay. She's going through a lot. So, all right. What else? Michael Vaughn, nothing new here. I know that the interview room is definitely involved, right? Did the interview, which was great. There's so many huge differences in the way that Brandy Neal, Michael's mother, and, Candace acts and portrays herself. So it is what it is. The interview room last night with that one guy. I think that he is a very, very smart man. I agree with a lot of the things that he said about how Candace tries to convince Chris in certain ways that we don't think about. We're not thinking that she's trying to. Some might, but I wasn't really thinking about how she was trying to convince Chris. I thought she was just explaining. But when you listen to it and you hear what he said about her trying to convince Chris about these things, you're like, he's right. He's absolutely right. So I think that we should think of those things when we're watching, the interviews again, right? Check-in says, amen to see. That's why I wanted you to come on, because you do research and are concerned on what you put out. Thank you for that. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And I appreciate you, noticing that and saying those things. It really means a lot to me, because I try to be so respectful. But it's not always easy, right? I think his name is Steve. Linda? Steve. Yeah, Steve. Yes. The guy from last night. Yeah. I think he's smart. And he doesn't cut, he doesn't beat around the bush. He's kind of cutthroat. He's like, no, not hearing it. So he's had a lot of experience, right? So truth for all. Yes. Y'all, please go check out his page. I really appreciate him. I think he is very smart. All right, that's all I have for now. So again, 8:30 tonight, we're going to do case research, more on Tina Bowen. Where is Tina Bowen? What happened to Tina Bowen? What happened to her boyfriend? Where is he? How is he? How does the family feel about her boyfriend now versus then? A lot of good questions. And of course, I'm going to let you know what I get from the detective that's maybe working on this case. I don't feel like nothing is being worked, but I'll let you know. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Mallory, for being a new member. I love my new members. I love my subs. I love my mods. Y'all are the best. And I appreciate you being here. And hi, Rhonda. Hello. Rhonda said the FBI said there's about 300 active serial killers in America. I believe there's more. I believe there's way more. Some of them are legally killing, meaning they're getting away with it by their title and their ability to manipulate certain things. And we'll get to that another day. But thank you guys. See you all tonight. Thank you, BB. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Be careful where you spend your energy. Go get some lunch, and I will see you on the next live. Bye-bye.
It's a pretty, and then
The wind's gonna blow on a cold winter's day, and I promise you now, you will never be lonely. You're safe from the world, wrapped in my arms, and I'll never let go. Baby, here's where it starts, and I promise you now, you will never be lonely.